Over the years, quite often I talk to clients who actually will only concentrate on their top chakras, which means the heart and upwards to the crown. But they avoid their root and sacral chakra, much less their solar plexus, and in this case, the hara, which is the belly button. And that's really problematic because, you see, you're actually concentrating on what you might consider the lighter, higher realm chakras, but without a good foundation, nothing can stand the test of time. So I'm going to tell you a story to kind of illustrate this and to give you a sense of why that's so important. There was a king in the British Isles, and he was trying to build a tower. And he wanted this tower to last hundreds of years. And the problem was that they would build it and it would collapse, and they would build it and it would collapse. And he was a savage king and would actually execute his builders and his architects, and again, scouring the land for architects that could figure out why it would not stand. And everyone was puzzled. So a sage was brought to him, and the sage said, "You must sacrifice a child that has no father." Now, this seemed like an impossible task. How could this ever happen? But so he sent his soldiers out to the four corners of the land, searching for this child with no father. And one day, two of his soldiers came across these children playing, and they heard them saying and yelling and teasing this little boy by saying, "Merlin has no father, Merlin has no father, ha ha ha." And sure enough, this is Merlin from Arthur's court. So Merlin was only 9 years old, and he was brought to the king. And the king looked at the boy with absolutely no mercy and said, "Whatever you want, you can have. But tomorrow you will die at sunrise. We are to sacrifice you so that this tower can stand." And Merlin, being a magical child and being quite bright for his age, looked up at the king, unperturbed by his approaching death, and said, "King, there are two dragons fighting under the structure of your tower, and that is why the tower won't stand." The king was shocked and went ahead and had his men dig past the foundation, and sure enough, two dragons had been fighting and were released to fly away. Those two dragons are the root and sacral chakras. And if you don't work on those chakras, if you ignore them, not to mention the hara at the belly button and the solar plexus, your upper chakras can't stand and stay solid. The whole point is to work on your chakras from root to crown, or from crown to root. Don't skip. If you want to put a little more attention on certain chakras because you're vibrationally feeling a somatic block, of course, but never skip any of your chakras. I hope this helped. Namaste.